Hello everyone, welcome to the SUHNER warehouse. Today we're going to talk about setting our proc switches for our automatic tool change units. Here we have a Max 100, but this also pertains to any of our automatic tool change units, our Max 40 or Max 200 as well. But they all set basically the same way. So what we have here is what we call a 5-proc setup. You have 3 proximity sensors for the drawbar position. You have a top dead sensor or a proc switch. What this does is help with during automatic tool change to properly set the position of your drawbar. And then you have a rear proc switch. And what this is, this makes sure your air cylinder is all the way in the home position. That gives you what we call an OK to rotate, or an authorization to move, authorization to rotate sensor. It just makes sure the air cylinder is always in the rear position, or all the way back in the rear position before your spindle moves. So what we're going to concentrate on here is our 3 proc switches. What I have here is just a little 24-volt power supply just to power up the switches. And then I have an air switch, an air valve to move the drawbar. So right now we're in the fully unclamped position. This is in the fully clamped position without a tool, so you can see the rear or the bottom or rear proc switch is on. So therefore our flag nut inside the unit has moved backwards and has tripped this proc switch, and therefore it's totally clamped without a tool. So I'll go back to the forward position. You can see our top or our forwardmost proc switch is on. This is our totally unclamped, or our totally unclamped, so this is ready to receive a tool. So we'll put a tool in and clamp. You can see it draw in here, so we've got a good tool clamp. Then our middle proximity sensor is on, and this is fully clamped with a tool. Again, we have only one should be on at a time. We have 3 different positions: clamp with a tool, clamp without a tool, and then fully unclamped. I'll go back and take the tool out and unclamp and just show you quickly. If you do need to adjust them, you just loosen take a 3mm Allen, just slightly loosen the socket head cap screws here, and then you can use some type of screwdriver or pry bar just to move the unit. You see it moving there, and that gives you a little pressure a little resistance when moving this, so you don't move it too much. They are sensitive, so it may take a couple of times, especially with any vibration of your machine or all. You want to make sure these are good and tight. And again, only one should be on at a time once you get all 3 set. There is another option. The top dead sensor and the authorization to move sensor will always exist. These will always be available on our units. The other option for these 3 proc switches, of course, these are discrete or good for digital I/O, but we also have a unit made for our analog. If your controller does have an analog sensor, you might consider this. This is a what we call a BIP sensor. A BALF sensor. It's just an analog BALF sensor, 0 to 10 volts. And this also measures the position of your flag nut, but this makes it a little easier in the control to adjust. But again, it does require an analog card. So please send us comments below. Please follow us on LinkedIn, like us on Facebook, and look for more SUHNER news. We look forward to seeing you soon.